Sherry here from Skinny Minx, and today I'm going to show you this super quick 5-minute dinner, because I don't know about the rest of you. I love a healthy, complex, super interesting recipe. It's fabulous to read about. I bookmark it, I go to make it, and then honestly, life is busy. I get busy. If I'm not actually filming it for you guys, for Instagram, YouTube, then half the time it doesn't get done. And even after years of being healthy and competing, the number one thing that gets in my way, that keeps me from having the six-pack and the ideal competition body that I want year-round, is really just being prepared and timing. Because I know I don't like leftovers. I don't like the way they taste. I'm not a leftover person. But if I come home from work at the end of the day and I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I'm hungry, the first thing I'm going to do is reach for a snack, and it'll be like, oh, I just need something really quick to tide me over until dinner. And then next thing you know, you eat more than you plan to, you're not hungry, you're like, oh, I'll have dinner in a couple hours. And then it's 11, 12 o'clock at night and you still have not had dinner, but you've had 3 servings of cauliflower pretzels, which, don't get me wrong, they're not a cheat food and they're really healthy, but they're not meant to be a meal. Too much of anything as a snack is just, you're not going to get the right balance of nutrients and macronutrients, fats, carbs, calorie breakdown that you need to have that, ideal body if you're looking to compete. So something I've been doing lately, which is super fast, super easy, it fills me up, it's satisfying, and it tastes good, is just riced cauliflower with a really nice savory tomato sauce and some extra veggies tossed in. So if you're prepared enough and you have the time, you can rice a head of cauliflower yourself. Super easy in the food processor. Or if you're just having one of those exhausted days where you just want to get some food into you and you don't want to think about it, I really like this rice cauliflower brand from Cascadian Farms. It's organic. They have a few different ones. This one has bell peppers and onions in with it. An entire bag of this is only 100 calories, which any snack food you find is a super good snack food is going to be 100 calories per serving, and it's going to be like 28 grams, a tiny serving. This is, how many grams are in this? Oh God, it's 84 times 4. So, like around almost 300 grams, just to give you an idea of the calorie differences and why a healthy snack is not a replacement for a vegetable-based meal. So I just put this in the saucepan, break it up so that it cooks nice and evenly. So just stab it with the fork a few times, get it nice and broken up there. And then while that is thawing and cooking, I grab my tomato sauce here, mix that in with the cauliflower. Tomato sauce is a really nice, savory, fat-free, low-cal, 100% vegetables are technically a fruit if you hear that tomatoes are fruit. But it's a great way to avoid fatty sauces and dressings and still get a nice bit of flavor into your food. So I do that. I add in a bit of sriracha because I find spice super satisfying. Also got cayenne in it that increases thermogenesis, which helps with weight loss. It helps with fat burning. So it's actually beneficial that I like so much spice. And a bit of salt to season it up. This is thawing out really nice. On the burner here, I have chopped up super quick just a few. There goes that knife. Just a few bun mushrooms and some onion, just to add a bit of extra. I like to do a mix of frozen and fresh. Always with my food, if I have frozen, I like to add a bit of fresh in. So while that is cooking and thawing out, I have my serving bowl here, and into this I like to chop and add either some pea greens or some sunflower sprouts, something super green and raw, because again, you don't get the same nutrient values for frozen, for cooked, for raw foods. There are some vitamins like vitamin C that are completely inactivated by cooking, And then you have other nutrients like the beta carotenes, which actually become more activated when they're cooked. So it's really nice to get a balance of raw and cooked foods in your meals. Okay, so I chop up whatever greens or, you know, preferably sprouts that I'm using that day while the rice is cooking, and I just sprinkle them into the bottom of the bowl along with nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is a great way, it's a great low-cal, low-fat, super healthy way to add a cheese flavor. It's also vegan into your meals, and it's super high in B vitamins. So I really try not to cook my nutritional yeast because the B vitamins are destroyed by cooking. So I add in quite a bit of that. I'd say at least 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast because I really like that creamy cheese type flavor and texture into that. So then with the rice cauliflower here, when it's almost done and I'm ready to take it off the heat and put it into my bowl, what I do is I grab a bit of arugula. I always have arugula and spinach in my kitchen because they cook up really nice. There are a couple of the lettuces that are good either raw or cooked, and it's really nice to help to flavor the dish and again add a bit more nutrients in there. We're just looking to get as much bulk and as much nutrition as possible with as few calories as possible. And obviously I find that if I have a lot of flavors in my food, then it keeps me from wanting to snack because my flavor palette has been satisfied. So I really just like to wilt my arugula. I don't like to actually cook it because again, I want to keep the nutrients from a nice raw food in there. And as soon as everything's nicely mixed and the arugula is wilted, then I just take this and add it into my bowl of raw ingredients. Super easy, lazy, 5 minutes or less, healthy meal for you to enjoy that it's going to fill you up and also satisfy your savory tooth. So I hope that this really helps. I want you guys to see that cooking healthy doesn't have to be complicated. It can be. You can cook wonderful recipes. It doesn't have to be complicated. And this recipe hopefully will make your life a little bit easier. So thank you for tuning in. Check us out at skinnyminx.com and let me know if you have any questions.